The Battle Cats is a cute little tower defense game featuring these strange cat creatures. In it, you do things like evolve your units, use creative strategies, and kill God. Yeah, this game can get pretty insane, and there is a lot more to talk about. Today, we're going to conquer the cosmos, and get one step closer to beating the Battle Cats. To preface this episode, I went a little out of order on the last video and decided to have it focus entirely on Stories of Legend, which means that if we're going to talk about Cosmos, we have to start by going all the way back to the 8th ever Battle Cat stream, way back in February. This is right after I beat Into the Future Chapter 1 and got my first crazed units.
Psycho Cat, okay. Ooh, rocker. Cameraman! This is the first time I've evolved a cat. Let's check out Cosmos for a bit.
The gimmick that makes Into the Cosmos interesting is stage restrictions. They can vary in complexity from all units must cost at least 300 cents to only being able to use one row of units.
Play from row 1 only? Okay, so I just have to make a good loadout from one row.
As hard as these are meant to be, having strong units early made it pretty free, but stages really start to get hard when they restrict rarities. Rare units and super rare units are by far the most valuable kinds in Battle Cats, and there are plenty of Cosmos stages that outlaw them entirely. At this point, I'm still somewhat able to let my Ubers carry me through, but that'll all change very quickly.
Life is a roadblock.
After a little detour to unlock Awakened Bahamut,
Oh my god, he's dead!
I unlocked a few more crazed units and went back to the first Cosmic stage to give me any trouble. Red Rectangle. By the way, I will be skipping over most of the progress I make in Legend stages since we just talked about that stuff in the last part, which you've hopefully already watched.
Okay, please don't one-shot the walls. They one-shot the wall, okay.
These aliens with stars on them exist
That's not
purely to make Cats of the Cosmos more painful. They are buffed beyond belief and can only be weakened by getting every treasure you can for these crystals. I didn't want to do that, so I wasted a rich cat to steamroll the stage. But then, knowing future stages would only get worse, I caved in and treasure hunted some of the previous ones.
Red Battle Cats before? Not really.
From there, I made it along with relative ease up to planet Moskandag. Cosmos is unlocked right after beating Future Chapter 1, so I was technically more than ready to continue. But as always, metal enemies ruined it for everyone. With the metal hippo tanking all my damage and being restricted out of my long-range units, there was no way for me to damage the backliner. Without feeling confident after returning to the stage the next day, I decided there was nothing more to do than continue treasure grinding. Some treasure grinding was also in order for the future chapters, since any time I spent without completing them just meant I wasn't maximizing my damage to all the traded enemies.
Alright, we got the third medal.
This extra boost against reds helped me pull through the snake defense on Moskandag. From there, the pattern of being overleveled continued all the way up to the black hole, the second to last stage and the place where the restrictions get serious.
QB. Warrior should be good. Rover is the tank now. Alright, this is the loadout. I'm feeling good about this one. Alright, so the metal dog is going to be there for a bit. I should have brought Jurassic in here. Okay.
This stage sucks because not only is my best critical hitter not actually that good, but the limit of 10 units made it so that I couldn't even use numbers to do anything about it.
They're not doing anything. Not a single critical hit has been fired.
And these attempts just ended up building to a lifelong hatred of Jurassic Cat because she never crits when I need her to.
She didn't crit. Just crit, please. That's all I need.
There's really no feeling quite like having a unit that has one single purpose to exist and does not fulfill it.
Please. Guys, come on.
I was so mad at this that I switched to farming beast stones. Yeah, early game Hunter's map was genuinely preferable to this. If Jurassic isn't gonna do her job, why bother focusing on anything but long range? Let's just take out the actual backup enemies first while the metal doges serve as collateral. And yes, I was still constantly sending out Jurassics, and no, not one of them landed a single critical hit in the completion of this stage.
Yeah!
Before going to kill God, because yeah, we're already doing that, completing the treasure grind is a necessity, because not only do the treasures severely weaken start aliens, but also Cat God himself.
What was this stage again? Oh right, this was the stage with all the enemies. There we go. A little waste, but whatever. I should be doing tons more damage to them now. Hell yeah.
Cat God attacks slowly and devastates the entire battlefield. So the key is to stall until you knock out all his troops, then send in as much damage as possible when he's open.
Come on, Fisherman. Knock him back. Oh! No way.
Fast forward a few days, and I continued to progress through Chapter 2 as I got stronger, keeping Cosmos as a second priority to Legend stages.
Crimson Stalk. That's gotta be a red stage. Mark my words. Boom. I'm gonna build up to Bahamut. I don't want to put him out right away. This thing is really tanky. Unfortunately, the base is not. Let's go. No way. 21%. 1/5 of the way through this challenge.
Cats of the Cosmos also expands on mechanics such as warping, which just relocates units that get hit before they can respond. While it's only a minor inconvenience so far, the extent to which this ability is used by enemies later on could become a serious problem, and anytime I got stuck or bored, I always switched over to treasure grinding the previous chapter for the treasure boosts. Even the smallest increase in damage to any type of enemy can go a long way, especially when enemies like Starpain can get boosted up to 40,000 HP each. If you can't keep up in power, you'll get totally stalled by these things and pushed back by any other enemies.
I literally maxed out my anti-SARS. What do I do?
And remember, you can always just Uber carry.
Alright. Let's go. We got it. Cosmos Conquistador. Ta-da! Collect all gold treasures from Cosmos Chapter 1. Courier. I'm the biggest fan.
Canopus in Chapter 2 introduces a new enemy which can warp from a long range. Luckily, with a bunch of peons gathering in the center, Bazibon is left with just enough room to pick off the front lines and make dealing with it a piece of cake.
I love when I just can't get any crits at all. There we go.
A huge factor in making these stages easy was Seafarer Cat, which can freeze any alien enemy it hits for 4 whole seconds, more than enough to completely trap them if piled up.
Yeah, cat army. That's the damage test versus aliens. I need to upgrade this fellow. We're coming back. Oh, hello there.
Klee 1 makes her return on Mertaz, serving only as a way to show that we've come a long way since our first encounter.
Yeah! Only special. I'm gonna have to rely entirely on Kung Fu Cat to carry me through this stage. Come on, Bahamut. Yes. Let's go. What stage is this? Only special. We're still doing this? That's a problem. Special barrier break. There's nothing. This stage is impossible.
This was our worst roadblock by far. You see, Ultra Baba has a barrier that can only be broken by something with the barrier break ability. Usually I can just rely on Bazibon to take care of these enemies, but this time the stage was restricted to only specials. So my only option ended up being to wait until I could unlock the true form of Lil Gross Cat, which can only be done once a month. And unfortunately by that time was Australia. And we've already been over that. But while I was there, I just had to progress. So I regret to inform you that the rest of Chapter 2 was done entirely off stream. But when I got back, I was so ready to tackle Chapter 3.
I want to start by saying it's been a while, I know. 42 crowns out of the 49, as well as beating Cosmos Chapter 2, and finally, I opened the Aku gates. Oh, does it warp everyone? What do I do? I can't freeze it. I need Bahamut.
Yep, the good old reverse warp. Gets me every time. Not only is this a pretty hard mechanic to counter, but putting it right alongside a 300% amped boar means even if you can take out the Mesocosmo Cyclone, your problems are far from over, and they're way closer to your base than they should be. I had to bring 4 high-power units to deal with this one thing.
Alright. I always get dogged in this stage, like, without fail. We lost. How am I on treasures?
I've said it before, but treasures in Cats of the Cosmos are infinitely more important than they ever have been. The starred aliens in this chapter can be boosted up to 2,500% stats, which is incredibly unforgiving. But what it lacks in ease, Cosmos makes up for in engaging strategy. Now that I've beaten it, I get happy every time I see unit restrictions in other levels, and I still think it's an underused mechanic.
Yes, it's in Cosmos. Okay, we can fill out Cosmos.
I always found myself looking for treasure fests while playing Cosmos. It's an event that happens quite a lot, but never in the chapter where you want it, and never at the time I'm able to play. The end of Chapter 3 gets so intense that having all the treasures from the first 2 doesn't make it easy. It makes it feasible.
Cosmos Conquistador 2. We're a little late to that one, but we got it. 36 medals. I could get Fonoma finally up to level 40. Just like he deserves. New user rank reward. Super rare craze cats, maybe upgrade to level 25. I can upgrade my craze cats? I just think Dr. B is funny. Come on, give me the cat food. There we go. Oh my god, that was such a pain. There we go. And it's all thanks to this furry with big hair on my screen. That's another medal, baby. First medal in a while.
After all that, this guy in chat begged me to roll Epic Fest, and I obliged, despite me feeling like I already had all the Ubers I needed.
Wow.
Well, now I have more than I need. This is Fonoa's little brother, and you are definitely not supposed to have them both at the same time. These two create a team that we'll call Dual Fono, and I use it a little excessively once the Dark One is leveled up enough to be useful.
Interesting. Who are you gonna call? That's another medal. 41 of them.
While Destiny Fonoa does massive damage to traits from a distance, Dark Fonoa creates surges and a slowing effect. Combining the two makes one of the most powerful backlines the whole game has to offer, and I'd be insane if I didn't use that to my advantage in this final stretch. Having two separate units that serve almost the same purpose means not only could I make my backline that much stronger, but I could also use one while the other is recharging. And with this amazing new combo at my disposal, I blaze through the final stretch of Cats of the Cosmos.
Here goes. Did he get a buffer? Okay, what's his attack look like? Okay, he has a very long wave. Let's get an early Bazibon out. Should have brought Bahamut. If it's a freeze, they say I'll be fine. Oh, he warps a lot. This Cyclone can fuck me up. This isn't looking good. I should have brought Bahamut, yeah. That's cute. He's at 50? Oh, this is so free. I'm gonna throw Bahamut in there. Thanks for all the donations, bro. You're going kind of crazy today. I don't know why I just summoned Fishman.
This loadout works for two main reasons. The first being Fonoa is entirely immune to wave attacks, and I've pooled tons of XP into my alien-resistant Catalites, who also happen to be immune to warping. As long as at least one of them stays, Fonoa is fine. Second, the moment Cat God's peons are gone, it's Bahamut's time to shine. He rushes in and takes advantage of God's slow animations to juggle him and push him back a good bit before he dies, and we repeat the cycle.
Yes, juggle his ass. Get him. Yes, Bahamut. Yes! That's it. I was not expecting Cosmos to be finished today, in all honesty. I will continue spamming until it's over. Total domination of the entire universe. He's filibustering it.
Wait. There's one more thing to do here. Oh, yes. I've seen the videos of this thing, an enemy that destroys your base in a single shot. I finally get to fight it. This is gonna be good.
Oh, he's I didn't know he was so fast. But oh my god, this theme bangs. Okay, we got one knockback on him. That's not a Kamehameha. If anything, that's a Spirit Bomb. Get your fucking Dragon Ball right. This boar is kind of beefed up though. Ah, we don't have any anti-reds, that's the problem. You really have to rush this thing. Okay, let's focus a bit more on the boar. Yeah, okay, we can juggle him with Bono now. Fine. Ooh, this guy's gonna be tough. Yeah, we are juggling his ass hard. Okay, I don't need to be me shielding. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I want my Barrier Breaker back. Never mind, we don't need him. Second set of Faunas is coming soon. I just feel like I never have any money in this stage though. Oh, now I have money. Oh, the filibuster's dead. I didn't even notice. What a pathetic creature. There we go. That is it. Remember, guys, no stage is too easy if you've got a shitload out.
And so, the future of the Battle Cats cosmos is sealed. My cat army now has jurisdiction over all creation. And now the only goal is to go back further than ever before and uncover the secrets of our very origins. Once again, I'm approaching that 100,000 subscriber marker, and I'd really appreciate your help reaching it. If you already are, thank you for being here. And as a final bit of info for those of you who stuck around, the next Battle Cats video will be a combined recap of my entire year of Battle Cats gameplay, including the first half of Uncanny Legends. It will be the biggest video I have ever made, so don't miss it. That's all for now. Rock on.